Welcome to Lesson 16.8 on UK and Commonwealth funding. This lesson explores major funding sources in the United Kingdom and the broader Commonwealth, highlighting distinctive features of these funding ecosystems. The UK hosts some of the world's most significant research funders, including the Wellcome Trust, one of the largest charitable foundations globally, and UK Research and Innovation, the national research funding agency. Understanding UK funding opens opportunities for health research, social science, and development work. We will examine key UK funders, eligibility considerations for international applicants, and strategies for accessing UK funding opportunities. By the end of this lesson, you will understand the UK funding landscape and how to position your organization for UK funding success. The UK funding landscape combines significant public investment with one of the world's strongest philanthropic sectors. This combination creates diverse opportunities for research and development work. Public research funding flows primarily through UK Research and Innovation, or UKRI, which coordinates 7 research councils along with Innovate UK and Research England. Total public research investment has grown in recent years. Private philanthropy in the UK includes major foundations with global reach. The Wellcome Trust alone distributes over £1 billion annually for health research worldwide. Post-Brexit changes have affected international funding relationships. The UK is no longer an EU member state, changing its relationship to Horizon Europe and other EU programs. New bilateral arrangements are developing. While distinct from European funding, UK funding remains connected through various partnership mechanisms. UK organizations continue participating in international research collaborations. Growing emphasis on global partnerships reflects UK ambitions to maintain international research leadership post-Brexit. Many UK funding opportunities explicitly seek international collaboration. UK Research and Innovation, or UKRI, serves as the primary public research funding body in the United Kingdom, coordinating multiple constituent organizations. 7 disciplinary research councils fund research in specific fields. The Arts and Humanities Research Council, Biotechnology and Biological Sciences Research Council, Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council, Economic and Social Research Council, Medical Research Council, Natural Environment Research Council, and Science and Technology Facilities Council each have distinct portfolios. Innovate UK supports business-led innovation and technology commercialization. This council bridges research and commercial application, funding projects that bring innovations to market. Research England provides block grants to universities and supports research infrastructure. Unlike competitive project funding, Research England funding provides institutional capacity. The combined UKRI budget exceeds £8 billion annually, making it one of the world's largest national research funders. This scale creates substantial opportunities for aligned research. The Wellcome Trust stands among the world's largest charitable foundations, with an endowment exceeding £30 billion. Wellcome's scale and scope make it a globally significant funder for health research. Wellcome's primary focus is health research, broadly defined. The Trust supports work ranging from fundamental discovery research to clinical applications, along with initiatives addressing research culture and public engagement. Annual spending exceeds £1 billion distributed globally. This spending supports researchers, institutions, and initiatives across many countries, not only in the UK. Wellcome funds diverse activities including discovery research exploring basic biological questions, clinical research translating discoveries into treatments, work on epidemics and infectious disease, mental health research, and efforts to improve research culture and practices. Many Wellcome programs accept applications from international researchers and institutions. While some schemes require UK affiliation, others are open to applicants worldwide. Check eligibility for specific programs. Beyond Wellcome and UKRI, numerous other funders operate in the UK research ecosystem. The Wellcome Trust provides funding across all academic disciplines, supporting research, education, and training. Wellcome emphasizes originality and significance rather than restricting to specific fields. The Newfield Foundation funds research and practical work in social policy and education. Research addressing inequality, children and young people, and justice systems aligns with Nuffield priorities. The British Academy serves as the National Academy for Humanities and Social Sciences, providing research funding, fellowships, and prizes in these disciplines. Cancer Research UK represents a major disease-specific funder supporting oncology research from basic science through clinical trials. Similar disease-focused charities fund research in their areas. The National Lottery distributes substantial funds for community projects, arts, heritage, and sport. While not research funding per se, lottery funding supports many nonprofit organizations. The Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, or FCDO, manages UK international development assistance. Following the 2020 merger of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office with the Department for International Development, FCDO now oversees both diplomacy and development. FCDO development funding supports global poverty reduction, sustainable development, and humanitarian assistance. Thematic priorities include health, education, economic development, and climate change. FCDO often works through implementing partners rather than funding organizations directly. Major programs engage prime contractors who manage implementation and may subcontract to smaller organizations. Development priorities reflect UK foreign policy objectives, which can shift with government changes. Understanding current priorities helps identify aligned opportunities. Procurement-style processes govern major FCDO programs. These processes emphasize value for money, technical capability, and delivery track record. Proposals respond to specific terms of reference rather than open-ended calls. Eligibility for U.S. organizations varies across UK funding programs, requiring careful attention to specific requirements. Many UK research programs accept applications from international researchers and institutions. Wellcome, for example, funds researchers in many countries. Some UKRI programs also accept international participation. Some programs require UK institutional affiliation for lead applicants. A U.S. researcher might need to hold a position at a UK university to apply as principal investigator. Partnership arrangements can sometimes satisfy these requirements. Partnership with UK organizations can enable access even when direct eligibility is limited. U.S. organizations can participate as collaborators when UK partners lead proposals. Development funding through FCDO often requires demonstrated implementation capacity in relevant geographies. Organizations without established presence may need to partner with those who have local capability. Always check specific program eligibility requirements before investing effort in proposals. Eligibility rules vary significantly across programs and change over time. The Commonwealth comprises 54 member nations spanning Africa, Asia, the Americas, Europe, and the Pacific. These nations share historical connections through the former British Empire and maintain institutional ties through the Commonwealth. Shared connections create networks that can facilitate research and development collaboration. Common language, often English, and similar institutional structures reduce barriers to partnership. The Commonwealth Scholarship Commission supports educational exchange, funding students from Commonwealth countries to study in the UK and supporting UK students studying elsewhere in the Commonwealth. Development partnerships across Commonwealth nations address shared challenges. The Commonwealth Secretariat coordinates some of these efforts, while bilateral relationships handle others. Research collaborations leverage Commonwealth networks for multi-country studies, comparative research, and knowledge exchange. Historical ties provide established relationships that can facilitate new partnerships. UK funders use application systems and formats that differ from US conventions, requiring adaptation. The Joint Electronic Submission System, or GES, historically managed Research Council applications. UKRI is transitioning to a new funding service. Both systems have specific requirements for document formats, attachments, and submission procedures. Major foundations like Wellcome use their own application portals. Each portal has distinct requirements, formats, and submission processes. Familiarize yourself with specific systems before application deadlines. Formats differ from US conventions in structure, length expectations, and required components. UK applications may emphasize different elements than NIH or NSF formats. Adapting your approach to UK expectations improves success probability. Allow time to learn new systems before deadlines approach. Technical difficulties are more likely when using unfamiliar systems. Practice submissions or draft preparation in new portals before final submission. UK funders employ evaluation approaches that share similarities with but differ in detail from US practices. Peer review is standard for research funding across UK funders. Independent experts assess proposals based on established criteria. Some funders use panel review, while others rely on remote assessment. Evaluation criteria vary by funder and program. While scientific excellence and expected impact commonly feature, specific criteria and their weighting differ. Review call guidance carefully to understand what evaluators will assess. Excellence and impact are commonly emphasized across research funders. Wellcome, for example, evaluates proposals on importance of the question, innovation, feasibility, and capability of the team. Value for money matters particularly in development funding. FCDO and related funders assess whether proposed activities represent efficient use of resources. Cost-effectiveness calculations may be required. Success rates vary by funder and scheme but are often competitive. Major funders receive many more applications than they can fund. Strong proposals still face significant competition. Building relationships with UK researchers and institutions positions you for successful funding applications. Identifying potential partners through professional networks leverages existing connections. Colleagues who trained in the UK, co-authors with UK affiliations, and collaborators who know UK researchers can facilitate introductions. Attending UK-based conferences and events provides direct exposure to potential partners. Major disciplinary conferences in the UK bring together researchers who might join collaborative proposals. Engaging with UK professional associations connects you to relevant communities. Many disciplinary associations have UK chapters or substantial UK membership. Association activities provide networking opportunities. Exploring institutional partnerships and exchanges between your organization and UK institutions creates formal frameworks for collaboration. Many universities maintain institutional agreements that can support individual partnerships. Developing relationships before pursuing joint funding ensures genuine collaboration rather than superficial partnerships assembled for specific deadlines. Strong proposals emerge from established working relationships. Brexit has created ongoing adjustments in the UK's international research relationships, with implications for potential collaborators. The UK left the European Union in 2020, ending automatic participation in EU research programs. The transition has required negotiation of new arrangements and adaptation of existing partnerships. Horizon Europe Association has been complex and contested. While initial agreements anticipated UK participation, implementation has faced challenges. The status of UK participation continues to evolve. New bilateral research agreements are developing between the UK and various countries, including the US. These agreements create frameworks for collaboration outside EU structures. Some uncertainty persists in international research relationships as new arrangements develop. Organizations should monitor developments and maintain flexibility in planning. The UK actively seeks global research partnerships as part of its post-Brexit strategy. This emphasis creates opportunities for international collaboration with UK partners. Several strategies increase success probability when pursuing UK funding. Aligning proposals closely with funder priorities demonstrates fit with what funders seek to support. Wellcome's strategic priorities, for example, should inform proposals to Wellcome. Generic proposals rarely succeed. Emphasizing global significance of proposed work resonates with UK funders' international orientation. Both Wellcome and UKRI emphasize global impact. Position your work within global contexts. Building genuine partnerships with UK collaborators strengthens proposals and enriches the work itself. Strong partnerships reflect shared interests developed over time, not opportunistic arrangements. Adapting writing style to UK expectations improves proposal reception. UK academic writing conventions differ subtly from US norms. Reading successful UK proposals helps calibrate your approach. Allowing time for system navigation and relationship building recognizes that accessing new funding environments takes investment. Rushing into UK funding without preparation rarely succeeds. Multiple resources support organizations seeking UK funding. The UKRI website details Research Council opportunities across all disciplines. Funding finder tools help identify relevant calls. Sign up for alerts in your areas of interest. The Wellcome website provides comprehensive information about programs, eligibility, and application processes. Wellcome's guidance is detailed and accessible. Review relevant scheme pages thoroughly. The FCDO website covers development funding opportunities and procurement processes. The development tracker helps identify upcoming opportunities. Research Professional and similar services aggregate funding opportunities from multiple sources, including UK funders. These services can help monitor the landscape efficiently. UK university research offices can provide guidance to potential collaborators. When building UK partnerships, leverage the knowledge of institutional research support staff. Today's lesson explored UK and Commonwealth funding opportunities. We established that the UK hosts significant research and development funding through public bodies and private philanthropy. The combined scale of UK funding merits attention from organizations with aligned missions. Wellcome and UKRI are major funders with global reach. Wellcome in particular funds health research worldwide, making it accessible to many international applicants. UKRI programs vary in international eligibility. International participation is possible in many programs, though specific eligibility rules vary. Partnership with UK organizations can enable access even when direct eligibility is limited. The post-Brexit context continues evolving, creating both challenges and opportunities for international collaboration. The UK actively seeks global research partnerships as part of its post-Brexit strategy. Organizations should monitor developments and identify emerging opportunities. In our next lesson, we examine United Nations and multilateral agency funding, exploring the procurement-oriented processes that characterize much multilateral funding. Thank you for engaging with these concepts about UK and Commonwealth funding.